What's up, guys? Welcome back or to the channel, and today we're taking Big Bird to go get fixed. That's right, we're gonna go and we're gonna get a few things taken care of. We're gonna be getting the upper and lower ball joints on the front, both sides, because if we're doing the upper ball joint, we might as well do the lower, just so we don't have to get back in there. I'm also gonna be getting my Currie Rock Jock heavy duty steering rod, drag link and tie rod. And that will honestly be so much nicer, I think, than what I have now. The bar that we have in there now is the stock one. It's probably about this big and it's hollow. The one we're getting now put in is gonna be like 3 times the size and solid. So it should be a nice improvement. It should also give us a nice peace of mind that if we get into any kind of rocks or any kind of craziness on the trails, that we're not gonna have any issues and we're actually gonna be able to steer it home. So that's gonna be nice. A few other things that I have waiting to get put in are control arms as well as the rear drag link. I don't know if I'll have time to do that now because my mechanic is backed up pretty far, and I would do it myself, but I need an alignment when I do all of that, and I'm not going to be playing around with the lengths of the control arms and the track bar and all of that and having to do the alignment more than once. So I'd rather give it to somebody to do it properly the first time, and then I don't have to worry about setting the lengths and setting the angles and all of that. But as for ball joints, we will be doing ball joints ourselves next time. The only reason I'm not doing it this time is for the same reason. I'm gonna have to get an alignment when I do all the ball joints and the tie rod and the drag link. Once it's just ball joints and you don't have to touch the actual drag link or tie rod, or adjust it I should say, because you will have to remove it. But if you don't actually have to adjust it, it should be good and we should be able to do ball joints at home. So I will be getting a ball joint press and we will be doing those ourselves next time. But this time, unfortunately, we got to bite the bullet and pay someone to take care of it for us. So let's head over there now. Let's drop the Jeep off and I'll catch up with you guys as soon as I pick it up with all the nice new shiny parts on it. Unfortunately for me, I'm gonna have to wait a little longer than you guys, but that's the magic of YouTube. So I'll see you guys in a few seconds. And we're back. Now let's start her up. As you can see, we are back in the TJ. And we got a few things done. We got all 4 ball joints in the front done. I got him to throw in the pads while he was at it because there was no point in me taking everything apart and then him basically taking it apart again the next day. So he threw in the pads for me, so we got pads in the front. I still got to do my shoes in the back, but we also got 2 new wheel bearings in the front because they were starting to go. So I figured why not just change them now instead of coming back and having to do them myself in like a week or 2. So I got those done. So we got wheel bearings, ball joints, and our new heavy duty Currie drag link and tie rod. So now it is raining, as you guys can see. Let's go for a little bit of a drive. Let's see if we can actually feel the difference, and let's see how it drives. And then when we get back, once we're in the garage dry, I'll show you guys exactly what we're dealing with and what all the new parts look like, and I'll give you guys sort of my initial thoughts and initial review of how it drives. So we're about 10 minutes in now and it is driving really well. I didn't expect the steering to be so smooth. It almost feels a little bit more fluid. It is a little bit heavier. You do feel that the steering is, it's not more resistance, it's just heavier. I don't know how to explain it. If you've ever driven a car that has the sport mode button and a regular mode, you'll notice that in sport mode sometimes the steering gets heavier. It's sort of like that. You get a more, not accurate, but more fluid, consistent feeling through the steering. I don't know exactly the right words to use, but it feels good. It has a better steering feel. It doesn't wander. It didn't wander before, but it doesn't wander. The alignment is good. You don't have any issues. I can let go of the wheel and I can drive straight. No issues there. I can honestly say that it drives a lot better. I don't have any kind of feedback for the ball joints because the ball joints were basically just a little bit of movement. There wasn't anything that was actually affecting the drivability. But honestly, the drag link and steering, or the drag link and tie rod is great. The steering feels great. It honestly doesn't have any kind of downsides so far. And one thing that I will mention is with this Currie anti-rock, or not anti-rock, sorry, I do want to get an anti-rock, but no, honestly, the Currie Rock Jock, drag link, and tie rod, they work great. But one thing you need to remember is they are made for lifted Jeeps, If you do put it on a stock Jeep, you do need to trim it a bit, the actual tie rod end. And the problem with having a stock Jeep is you also get into a little bit of problems when you start articulating. So when you have the lift, you need to have bump stop extensions, which I already have when I had my lift done. And that will actually aid in not having the steering hit anything like your rims or anything like that, or bind up or anything when you're actually articulating and you're actually in a weird flexed out position on the trails. And honestly, I think it should be fine. We'll find out this weekend. This weekend I am heading up to Pencil Lake, so if you guys want to see another new trail, we are going to be doing another new trail. I'm trying to knock off as many new trails as I can this season, and Pencil Lake is the next one. We are doing it this weekend, so definitely stay tuned for that video. We will be testing out all our new components. But for now, let's keep driving, let's keep testing, and I'll give you guys my feedback once I get back to my house on exactly how it drives. Oh man, it's hot today, so it's hard to ride with the windows closed, and I don't feel like using my my ghetto air conditioning fan. But the rain doesn't actually come in because of the rain. The rain comes in because your tires are shooting the water up. Like, I hate it. Because the Jeep is so square, you don't actually get the rain from the top coming in like you do in a car that has the tapered roof, where basically the rain goes straight in. Here you can have your window almost fully open and you're not going to get any rain inside, except for when you've got big old mudders and no fender flares like me. So it's a trade-off, I guess. And we're back. It drives great. Honestly, it has a lot better steering feel. Has more of like a heavy steering feel, more of like, I don't know how to exactly describe it, but more fluid. It feels good. It's a good feedback. You still definitely get the good steering feel and feedback from the road that you would want in a Jeep, so you can kind of tell where your tires are, but you do get a lot more fluid of a steering feel. So it does feel a lot more consistent, and it feels a lot more confidence inspiring. I don't know exactly how else to better kind of explain that to you guys, but it is great. It feels awesome, and I would definitely recommend it if you have a lift. If you don't have a lift, you will have some trouble getting it in there, and you will have some drivability issues. So at least a 2.5-inch lift and bump stop extensions, or a 4-inch lift. So I have the 2.5 with bump stop extensions. It drives great. I don't have any issues. We will find out this Sunday when I take it off-road and see exactly what the drivability is like, but I think it's going to be good. For now, I think it's all right, and I'm honestly really happy with how it is. No sounds, no noises. It is a little bit stiffer in the front, which I'll show you guys in just a second when I show you guys the actual drag link, but that's to be expected. You have a lot more material and a lot more heavy duty of a bar that you're moving, but it's also kind of helping with the sway, which isn't a good thing because I like the sway, but I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go take a look. So what we've got here is our correct link from Currie Industries, and it is a drag link and tie rod. Basically, it is a solid drag link and tie rod, meaning this bar here and this bar here are solid, so that they are actually a lot stronger and they can withhold a lot more beating and just take a lot more abuse on the trail. The original ones are hollow and they are a lot thinner. I don't have them here to show you right now, but I'm sure you guys have seen them, and trust me, they are nothing compared to these when it comes to strength. And it is a little bit hard. I won't be able to show you guys the ball joints because the ball joints are inside the actual steering knuckle, and I won't be able to show you guys the brakes because I don't want to take the wheels off just to show you guys the pads, but believe me, there's brakes in there. But yeah, we've got our new hubs. We've got new brakes, we've got the new Currie drag link and tie rod, as well as all new ball joints. So we should be good. I think that we are going to hit the trails this weekend and test it all out, see how it all is. But one thing I will tell you that I've noticed is everything is a lot stiffer in the front. See, it's pretty stiff. So even, I'll jump on it for a second just to show you guys exactly how stiff. So you can see it is a lot stiffer than it was before, and I think that's because of the new drag link and tie rod holding everything in place, kind of acting almost like a sway bar, even though my sway bar is tucked out of the way right up here. It's a little hard to see. Let me get the light for you guys. So my sway bar is tucked out of the way right there, and it is not connected to anything, so we should be getting a lot more body roll, but I don't know, maybe we'll be experiencing some different drivability now that we have the drag link and tie rod, off-road at least, that is, which I cannot wait to test. We will be testing soon, so stay tuned for that video, guys. Well guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. I know it was a short one, I know it wasn't too eventful, but it is things that we need to get done, and it is stuff that you need to do when you thrash your vehicle and wheel your vehicle the way I do, unfortunately. So now we are all put back together and ready to go out and destroy it again, because you know the motto, wrench, wreck, repeat. That's how it is, and that's what it's gonna be. So basically we finished everything. It drives great. I will say that I think I do need the rear track bar. That is one thing that I cannot wait to get in. I still have the rear track bar and the control arms to go in, but so far it drives good. I don't have any kind of drivability issues at the moment. It will drive better once we get those parts in, but for now we are ready to go off-roading, so that's what we're gonna do. We'll see exactly how it handles once we actually get it out on the trails and we get the flex going on the actual suspension, and see if we have any kind of issues with the turning or the steering, but it should be okay, it should be good. So far on road it's perfect and there's no issues there, so I'm super happy with that. All of our issues from the tie rod are gone. All of our other issues that we were having earlier in the last video are all pretty much gone, except for that rear track bar, but that is going to get taken care of. It is something that we're going to do soon, so stay tuned for that. But you won't want to miss the next video, because we are going to go off-roading. There's going to be a couple of us going on the trail, and it is a new trail. Like I said, I'm trying to knock off as many new trails as I can this year, do as many interesting and just cool adventures, and just go out and explore. So hopefully you guys will be there with me, and if there's any trails you guys want me to do in the Ontario area, definitely drop me a link, let me know what you guys want to see. And if you're new around here, drop me a like, don't forget to subscribe, because believe me, there's tons more videos coming your way, and hopefully you'll be there with me. So until next time guys, thank you for watching, thank you for sticking around. Remember, wrench, wreck, repeat, and always ride safe out there. Peace.